guys, how's everybody doing? I'm doing well. It is Thursday, so yay. Feels like a long time ago since I vlogged last, but it's probably only been like a little over 2 weeks. Anyway, let's go back since the last time I vlogged. Last time I vlogged was a Thursday, so we're gonna do February the 7th on a Friday. Okay, so what I didn't realize then, but I know obviously now, those 4 houses that we worked that day are supposed to be for the following week, but because of snow and Mom's schedule, it kind of worked out to our advantage. So we were able to get all of like a lot of work ahead of time before we, things came up. So God has been working his blessings and miracles within getting stuff done. So yeah, it's been just a great time. So, or great, yeah, anyway. So Friday we worked, did 4 houses. I did some dotting. I've been slowly but surely getting around to that, and it's working, and it's coming to the very end. I've got probably less than half to do left. I have like a third or close to it. I need to be done, and yes, slowly but surely I'll show you guys when that's completely done. Saturday the 8th, did chores, edit. Did I edit? I guess I did. Dotting, and helped with Zachary's room, and his room is finally finished. We've moved around some furniture just so Zachary is poor. What we didn't really realize was that a lot of the furniture was covering up like 2 of his vents, and no wonder his room has been either really hot or really cold, especially during the winter. I mean, he has an AC unit in his window, so that keeps his room pretty cool, but he does have a space heater, but still, I was like, this is ridiculous. So we were able to move his furniture around to where it made sense and it wasn't covering the vents. So, but his room is completely finished. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we've got majority of the painting done in our house. There might have to be some walls being repainted, like the bathrooms probably could use an update, but other than that, everything is done. Sunday the 9th, wasn't sure because of bad weather. It seems like it's snowing up. Like right now it's snowing. As soon as we get rid of snow, it comes back with revengeance. But it was snowing that day. We didn't go to Sunday school, but we did end up going to regular church service. And then, of course, I had the evening service, had my nap, did some laundry because I wasn't sure when I was going to get around to my laundry, so I just went ahead and did it. The 10th was a Monday. Had off, did Zachary's bedding, then napped, of course, fixed dinner. I fixed a lot of dinners that week. Made tacos that day. Mom had school that day, but she also did a house by herself. She didn't want me to come out just for the sake of sitting during class, because that was like a long time to sit. Oh, she also was going to a actual school then, so she didn't want me to just be somewhere. I can't go with her, so she did one house. But the house, I didn't feel bad because this house was easy. Like, it's really easy. For those who've seen our house, friends and family that's seen our house and you're watching this, you know the equivalency of our entire main level. That's the equivalency of this house, so it wasn't that hard. And I didn't feel bad, and she didn't feel bad. She wanted some time to do time for herself, so yeah. again, it worked out. So we did that house, or she did that house Tuesday. No, it actually snowed Tuesday, actually. The 11th. Had off again. Surprisingly, I think I got up early that day and I didn't realize I wasn't, like, supposed to get up. But anyway, I napped, did dotting, cleaned the bathroom that day, cooked dinner, made hamburgers and fries, my homemade fries. So, yeah. And then Wednesday, February 12th, that day I got up early because I thought we were going to work. Need to read this better. But I also got up early because of my indigestion. I had really bad indigestion. I don't know what it is. Some days, like, it just sits in my chest or my gut, and I'm just like, it's horrible. Some days I'm like, what am I eating that's causing so much gas? But I don't know. I also had weird dreams. I just got up early. Also, I had hot and cold temperatures. Like, I couldn't tell if I was hot or cold. I had my sheets and blankets off, and it was horrible. So I just got up. It also snowed that day. Again. Oh, okay, so now that I'm rereading this, I actually did eventually get up. We eventually did do 3 houses that day, so somehow we were able to get out, even though the snow was, around. Thursday, that was the only day that we actually worked, was Wednesday. Thursday the 13th, had off, chores. Was planning on filming with Zachary, but if you saw my recent video for Valentine's Day, that didn't happen. Because he didn't want to. So, napped, or was going to film that day. I guess I filmed the following day. Napped, fixed dinner again. I made steak for everyone. I don't eat steak because I don't like chewing it. I like the taste of it. It's just too fatty, and I don't like the meat gets stuck in my teeth. I just hate it. Made honey potatoes and random vegetables. I made homemade chicken tenders for myself, so I used almond flour. Of course, I did the egg wash, dipped it in the eggs, and then put it in the almond flour with some seasonings like oregano and steak seasoning, which has salt, pepper, and other seasonings in it, and put it in a pan of oil and fried it up, and it was so good. So good. So, yeah, totally recommend if you ever want to eat some of that. So good. Of course, I got my decorations set up for the filming, and I did that. So, unfortunately, I couldn't get the captions, like the questions in it. My computer, for whatever reason, was not acting up. It was acting up. So I couldn't put the picture questions in the screen, which was really annoying, but oh well. February 14th, that's, my eyes are skipping over, so yes, I filmed that day. Did chores. What does that say? Oh, I filmed by myself. Edit, fix dinner, which I did breakfast that day. Dotting, I did, so I tried to make an attempt to exercise on the bike because, trying to work out my better habits. However, it did some damage. My knees were hurting. I did 10 laps in 15 minutes. Did a little bit of extra harder at the end, but I kept a steady pace for the longest time. Near the end, I was kind of going fast just to make it a little faster, but I was hurting nonetheless for like 48 hours. I was like, oh my gosh, this is painful. But anyway, I'm doing better now. Yeah, my knees were just terribly hurting, and I had to put icy hot on them, take a pill once in a while just to get some relief. Yeah, that was quite painful. Saturday the 15th, did chores. It snowed again. Took a nap, ate dinner. We ate dinner together. Mom made dinner. She made sweet potatoes, which, not just any sweet potatoes, they're really good sweet potatoes. They have like bacon and chives and some other stuff in them, like seasonings, and they're so good. She made crab cakes for everyone else. I don't eat crab cakes. Again, not a seafood person, don't eat fish. So I had leftover burgers. She made like the zucchini type lasagna. It looked like lasagna basically, but without the pasta. And she used zucchini, which is good. But next time we need to put pasta in it, it would be so just even better. Sunday, February 16th. Because of snow, we didn't actually go to church that day. I think, no, it wasn't because of snow, it was because of ice. Or was it because of the wind? No, it was because of wind. We knew the wind was going to pick up and Mom wanted to have time to get her schoolwork done. So that's why we didn't end up going that day to church. But I had my morning and evening service online. Had a good worship time with the Lord. And prayer time, and had my nap and did some jogging that day as well. Excuse me. Now to this current week. Monday the 17th, worked. Potentially we were supposed to do 4 houses, but we did 3. No, that's not right. I wrote down 4, but I meant 3. Never mind. Mom had no school because it's President's Day. We went to Sam's afterwards. Tuesday, February 18th, had off. Mom had school. I didn't do any chores that day. I don't know why that says that. I was not feeling well that day. Did some dotting, took a nap. Wednesday, February 19th, worked. This one we were supposed to do 4 houses, but one of our clients got sick, so we had to reschedule that one. Did 3 houses. I waited at school. Went to Fiesta Grande. I haven't gotten there for a while. One of our clients gave us, Mom and I, some chocolate covered strawberries, which anyone knows me, I love strawberries, and then add chocolate. That just makes it even more delicious. So that was a nice gift. Yeah, so yeah. And then we came home, and then here's today. So I just have tried to get some chores done. Yeah, so I'm gonna get some chores done. Hopefully get some, just things done that I need to do. I definitely need to get my bedding done at some point. I'm not sure when I can get that done. Maybe Monday, because I have Monday off. Maybe. But it's snowing currently, so it's funny because every time snow comes, it goes away for a while. Like, it warms up enough where it melts. Except for this one patch of snow right outside, like, where our grill is. The fence, I guess, is too high for the sun to actually hit it enough. But it just stays there. It's still there. A little pile of snow, but now it's starting to snow again, and they've been treated the roads, so it's going to be interesting if we actually get any snow or not. I don't know. I mean, we've been getting snow here and there, so hopefully it's not too bad. I'm just tired of it coming and going and not leaving completely. I'll be glad when spring comes around, even though the allergy season is gonna take over, but at least it's nicer weather, a little less layers, a little less being freezing. That'd be nice. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get myself going. That's pretty much exciting. I don't know, if some things were exciting, some days were kind of like but overall God is good, and that's Good enough for me, right? Anyway, you're gonna see me later. Hopefully, I don't think I have anything else to update you on. So, yeah, you'll see me later for Bible time, so. Okay, guys, it's everybody's favorite time in the vlog, Bible time. And we're gonna get started. Ooh, let's zoom out here. There we go. Alright, we're in Alright, looks like we're in Deuteronomy chapter 21. Oh, I went out of focus. Wow, overexposed, lighting. There we go. Oh, hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully it doesn't get overly exposed. Sorry about that. Alright, Deuteronomy chapter 21. Cleansing for unsolved murder. When you're in the land the Lord your God is given you, someone may be found murdered in a field and you don't know who committed the murder. In such a case, your elders and judges must measure the distance from the site of the crime to the nearby towns. When the nearest town has been determined, that town's elders must select from a herd a young cow. I apologize if you hear any wind. It's extremely windy outside right now, and you can definitely hear it upstairs on the 3rd level. So I apologize for any sound quality. Anyway, when the nearest town has been determined, the town's elders must select from a herd a young cow that has never been trained or yoked to a plow. They must lead it down to a valley that has not been plowed or planted and that has stream running through it. There in the valley they must break the young cow's neck. Then the Levitical priest must step forward, for the Lord your God has chosen them to minister before him and to pronounce blessings in the Lord's name. They are to decide all legal and criminal cases. The elders of this town must wash their hands over the young cow whose neck was broken. Then they must say, our hands did not shed this person's blood, nor did it see it happen. O Lord, forgive your people of Israel whom you have redeemed. Do not charge your people with the guilt of murdering an innocent person. Then they will be absolved of the guilt of this person's blood. By following these instructions, you will do what is right in the Lord's sight and will cleanse the guilt of murder from your community. Alright, the next section is called Marriage to a Captive Woman. Suppose you go out to war against your enemies and the Lord your God hands them over to you, and you take some of them as captives. And suppose you see among them the captives of a beautiful woman, and you are attracted to her and want to marry her. If this happens, you may take her to your home, where she must shave her head, cut her nails, and change the clothes she was wearing when she was captured. She will stay in your home, but let her mourn for her father and mother for a full month. Then you may marry her, and you will be her husband, and she will be your wife. But if you marry her and she does not please you, you must let her go free. You may not sell her or treat her as a slave, for you have humiliated her. Next little section is called Rights of the Firstborn. Suppose a man has 2 wives, but he loves one and not the other, and both have given him sons. And suppose the firstborn son is the son of the wife he does not love. You know, now that I'm reading this, I'm pretty sure I've already read this in this last Bible section. Forgive me. We're just going to keep on reading anyway. Now that I'm thinking of it, I'm like, wait a minute, this is jogging my memory. I just read this the last time. Oh well, it's fine. And suppose the firstborn son is the son of the wife he does not love. Reminds me of Jacob, Leah, and Rachel. Jacob loved Rachel, but he got Leah instead. And he eventually got Rachel, but anyway. When the man divides his inheritance, he may not give the larger inheritance to his younger son, the son of the wife he loves, as if he were the firstborn son. He must recognize the rights of his oldest son, the son of the wife he does not love, by giving him a double portion. He is the first son of his father's fertility, and the rights of the firstborn belong to him. Next section, it's called Dealing with a Rebellious Son. Suppose a man has a stubborn and rebellious son who does not obey his father or mother, even though they discipline him. In such a case, the father and mother must take the son to the elders as they hold court at the town gate. The parents must say to the elders, "This son of ours is stubborn and rebellious and refuses to obey. He is a glutton and a drunkard." Then all the men in his town must stone him to death. In this way you will purge this evil from among you, and all Israel will hear about it and be afraid. Next one is called Various Regulations. If someone has committed a crime worthy of death and is executed and hung on a tree, the body must not remain hanging from the tree overnight. You must bury the body that same day, for anyone who is hung is cursed in the sight of God. In this way he will prevent you the defilement of the land the Lord your God is giving you as special possession. So that's Deuteronomy chapter 21, even though we already read it. Oh my goodness. Oh well. Repetitiveness can be helpful sometimes. Alright. The next thing, part of our devotion time, is called A Shepherd's Calling. We're in Ezekiel chapter 34, and we're going to read verses 2 through 6. Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds, the leaders of Israel. Give them this message from the sovereign Lord. What sorrow awaits you, shepherds who feed yourself instead of your flocks? Shouldn't shepherds feed their sheep? You drink the milk, wear the wool, and butcher the best animals, but you let your flock starve. You have not taken care of the weak. You have not tended the sick or bound up the injured. You have not gone looking for those who have wandered away or are lost. Instead, you have ruled with them with harshness and cruelty. So my sheep have been scattered without a shepherd, and so are their easy prey for any wild animal. They have wandered through all the mountains and all the hills across the face of the earth, yet no one has gone to search for them. In the early 1900s, a young woman named Lillian Thrasher felt God calling her to work in Africa. She was only 2 weeks away from her wedding date when she broke it off and made plans to head to the faraway continent alone. Her fiancé did not feel the same call to missions. As she prepared for her trip, her vision was sharpened by God, so she prepared for life in Egypt. Once there, she was summoned to pray for a dying young mother. The mother died, leaving her starving 3-month-old to a compassionately moved Lillian. That was the start of her work caring for the orphans of Egypt. During her life is estimated that she cared for around 25,000 children. Wow, that is a lot of children. Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Woe to the shepherds of Israel who only take care of themselves. Should not shepherds take care of the flock? Ezekiel 34:2. Lillian laid her life and marriage aside to follow the call of God to care for hopeless children. Because of her, many children were saved from starvation, given an education, and presented with the gospel. How can caring for others change you? It can honestly humble you. It makes you be more empathetic and have more sympathy towards those who are less fortunate. It makes you feel like you are more blessed in such a way that makes you feel like, wow, since I am so blessed by God, I'm just saying this for myself because I've had such a compassionate heart towards others that are more fortunate. It makes me feel like I need to do something for others because it makes me feel like, oh, I am so blessed, then I need to be more of a blessing towards others. So that's how my intake is on it. I feel like I need to be more compassionate towards others. What are some of the rewards of putting the needs of others above your own? Oh, it makes you feel so good inside. It makes you feel like you've accomplished something so much more worthy to be doing, instead of just focusing all on yourself. It makes you feel like living is got more of a purpose in life. So it's just really rewarding and makes you feel humble, and it's like, wow, there's so much more to life than just stuff or things or status quo. It just makes you feel like, wow, this is so much worth living for than doing stuff for yourself. If I make any sense whatsoever. So that is devotion time. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. As always, keep on smiling, stay positive. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. And I'll see you next time in another vlog. Bye!